Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday afternoon, and hey guys, later tonight is going to be Chelsea West Ham, or West Ham Chelsea. It's an away game. Yeah, the second game of the season. And what are your expectations? Ladies and gentlemen, it is about preview. I'm here to give the preview of the game. What are we to expect? In our first game against Crystal Palace, we all witnessed it, we saw it. Chelsea wasn't really, at its best in that game. We played a draw, 0-0. But it wasn't a convincing match. Tonight, can we take advantage and redeem ourselves back? A win tonight will take Chelsea to the top of the league table temporarily. Yes, every other team are playing tomorrow. All the top 3 teams, or the top 4 teams, they are playing their games tomorrow, except Chelsea. So a win tonight will take us to the top of the league table temporarily until other games are played tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get started? First of all, let's go into some transfer news. Coach Ole Werner has confirmed that, as expected, RB Leipzig will feature Xavi Simons in their game tonight against Bayern Munich. And only after the game, the player's expected announcement to Chelsea could be made. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say it the way it is written. RB Leipzig are expected to play Xavi Simons tonight in their game against Bayern Munich. And it is expected that after the game, only further announcements will be made on Xavi Simons to Chelsea. After that, after the game, the focus will be on his move to Chelsea, with Leipzig also expecting the offer from England, offer from Chelsea after the game. Xavi still wants Chelsea and Chelsea only. Personal terms are 100% agreed, ladies and gentlemen. So on Xavi Simons, it is what it is. That is what we have there right now. Now, coming to the game tonight, Graham Potter speaking at the presser yesterday, he said it will take a huge effort against Chelsea. It will take a huge effort. This is West Ham coach speaking. It will take a huge effort against Chelsea, a good performance and a bit of luck. We have to have a good balance between attack and defense and give everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the moment West Ham fans, this is not the time West Ham fans wish to meet Chelsea. No. After suffering a defeat against newly promoted side Sunderland last weekend, they are meeting Chelsea at the wrong time. Yeah. Now quickly, before I go to the preview, Bayern Munich are showing strong interest in Nicolas Jackson and are closely monitoring his situation. As we speak, Aston Villa are pushing hard. Newcastle are equally in a race. There are many teams in the race for the Senegalese striker. That is just by the way. For those of you who did not watch my first video, this is the news right there for you. We understand many clubs are in the race for the Senegalese striker, Nicolas Jackson. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, now let's get to the preview of the game. Let's get to the preview of the game. Chelsea's game tonight. Let me give you some analysis like I did earlier on in my first video this morning. Yes. West Ham are not technically good enough to play Graham Potter's system that we know him to be playing. Back then in Brighton, before Chelsea employed him, then he left Chelsea again. He was sacked. West Ham, they are not technically gifted enough to play Graham Potter's system as we speak. Particularly the back line. They are very, very easy to press and put pressure on from the front foot. Back five make build up tough. The back five system that they play, it makes build up very tough. And so those players have to be technically gifted in order to do that. But I think this is a game where Chelsea will put a lot of players forward to penetrate through their back line, the back five. Estevao, Joao Pedro, Cole Palmer, Gittins should all be able to play through the compact structure of West Ham's back five setup, which I think they will. Chelsea will. And West Ham will be terrified tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, now, let me go to my preview for tonight's game. Can we move on? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, after a disappointing result in match day one for both West Ham and Chelsea, it will be looking like a game that both clubs or both teams will be looking to bounce back. It is a game that both teams will be looking to bounce back at the London Stadium. Yes, it is a match. Both West Ham, that was defeated by Sunderland, and Chelsea, playing a draw with Crystal Palace, will be looking to bounce back from. Chelsea did not live up to expectation after pre-season. That instilled more confidence in the fans after winning the Club World Cup. Drawing 0-0 with Crystal Palace in the opening game, the Blues did not show enough quality in attack. Joao Pedro and Cole Palmer were unable to have any say in proceedings in that game. Now, Chelsea will be desperate to take all 3 points tonight back to West London as we attempt to stay within touching distance with the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City. Those three teams already picked their first 3 points last weekend. Remember, we are on the road. It's an away game in the London Stadium. In fact, Chelsea have only won 2 of our last 6 matches at the home of the Hammers. Chelsea have won only 2 of their last 6 games in West Ham. But fans will take encouragement from last season's performance. You remember last season's performance? Yes, in this same fixture where we prevailed 3-0 against them. West Ham are also in that need of 3 points as the pressure grows around our former head coach Graham Potter, because they had a dismal opening match of the season to Sunderland, losing 3-0 at the Stadium of Light. At the Stadium of Light. Ladies and gentlemen, Potter will not be worried about his future for the moment after some reassuring words from West Ham Vice Chairman Karen Brady, as was reported following their defeat. But Potter will not want to put any more pressure on himself by losing to Chelsea tonight. You see, recent history is on the side of West Ham. Recent history is on the side of West Ham in back-to-back away games in 11 years. Yeah. But the Blues are certainly not a team that they will want to see. The Blues are not a team Sunderland. I think I'm confusing myself. Blues, Chelsea are not a team that West Ham would like to see right now or face right now. No. Due to the fact that they know the strength of Chelsea's attack. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blues are certainly in a better position to clean the 3 points than West Ham in tonight's game. Team news. Chelsea remain thin in defensive areas, as Bernard Badiashile remains out of contention for tonight's game. We understand Levi Colwill, it's a long-term injury, so he's also out. But the good news is Tosin Adebayo is back, and Wesley Fofana is equally back. Both are in contention for tonight's game. Much like Badiashile and Wesley Fofana, Romeo Lavia is nearing a return for the Blues, but will not be ready to face the Hammers tonight. On the other hand, like I said, Fofana is ready and is set to feature tonight. Nicholas Jackson has now set his 3-match suspension, but will most likely, and like the coach said yesterday, Jackson will not be involved in a game tonight, as the striker looks to be on his way out of Stamford Bridge. Maresca may opt to replace Jamie Gittins with Estaval. In my morning analysis, I suggested that Gittins start, yes, but I'm looking at the situation. I'm just trying to read into the mind of the coach. But I was in my predicted lineup that I'll give you in a few seconds. Now, West Ham, Graham Potter is expected to make some changes to his team after the heavy loss suffered by his side last weekend. Crescencio Samaval remains out of contention right now, leaving West Ham short in the attacking area that used to be occupied by Mohamed Kudus. Potter is expected to make... Okay. Now, after getting some minutes off the bench last weekend, Callum Wilson could be in line for his first start for his new team, following a move from Newcastle on a free transfer. West Ham fans should also expect changes to the midfield pairing after James Ward-Prowse and Guido Rodriguez struggled to work together against Sunderland. Predicted lineup. I'm about to run up. Ladies and gentlemen, my predicted lineup for tonight's game. West Ham. Hermansen, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Aguerd, Diop, Alvarez, Bowen, Wilson, and Paqueta. They still have a strong squad though. They still have good players in there. Seeing Bowen, seeing Paqueta, seeing Diop, Alvarez. They still have a, Wan-Bissaka. West Ham still have good players. They need to be motivated. Now let's get to Chelsea lineup. Robert Sanchez, Reece James, Chalobah, Tosin, Tosin, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Gittins, Estaval. Gittins will start. Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Estaval. Heading the attack should be Joao Pedro. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my predicted lineup for Chelsea as well. What are your predictions? Let me hear from you in the comment section. I will expect Chelsea to win tonight 3-0. 3-0. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.